Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of, I'm sure many, of Yikes, we Chillin. As per usual, sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice. Your programming will begin shortly.
Trailer for sale or rent. Rubes to let 50 cents. Welcome back to MTFM. Back? Nah. Wait a second. Silly me.
It's not MTFM.
No. This is Yikes, we Chillin, baby.
It is indeed. And welcome to the show of, this will be the first episode of I'm Sure Many.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Mouse, and I'm joined here by my dear friend.
G'day, I'm Michael. And this is our show, baby.
Yeah.
Long awaited. This has been in work for probably about a year and a half now, 2 years?
Yeah,
Jeez.
close on 2 years.
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's crazy.
And it's happening, baby.
Yep, finally.
Oh, yeah.
Finally. So yeah, this show is taking over from MTFM, which ended what felt like years ago. So this is the replacement show. I did tease it a little bit on the last episode of MTFM, but this is something completely different, and I'm excited to see where this goes. So yeah, I'm Mouse, as I'm sure many of you know. I do a lot of nerdy computer stuff, heavily into my photography, music, all sorts. And obviously I'm joined here by my dear friend, Michael.
Yeah, what can I say about myself? I'm a bit of a geek too, but into role-playing games. I love D&D. I also really love music. That's what I'm studying. And that's how I met these guys, kind of. Gaming as well. That's also, I'm a gamer, you see. We're all gamers.
You say that, I don't play video games.
You don't?
No.
Wait.
I literally don't play video games.
Do you? Nah. Wait, really?
I play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh, and Spy Party. I mean, you have to.
Spy Party! That's cold as hell. God dang.
I love that game. So Minecraft, Spy Party, occasionally CSGO, but I won't play it unless my mates are online.
Mm. That's because CSGO is garbage and we love it because it's garbage.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't play video games.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
At no point in my life have I gone, I'm going to sit down and play X game.
Really?
No. There's just, I think, I remember when I used to go over to this mate's place in primary school, and he had the Xbox and the PlayStation and everything. So what do you want to play? I was like, I don't know. Literally sat down. I was bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, gaming isn't something that everybody can get into. I mean, again, you can have preferences, man.
Yeah.
I'm just going to think of you differently.
I don't know. It's just something that has just never appealed to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it.
You're not against gaming. But hey, that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's each their own on what they want to do with their own time.
Yeah. I guess you're just cringe.
You can't. Wow. Okay.
And I did.
Okay.
So, Mouse, tell me more about yourself.
Yeah, so obviously, because I don't play games, I'm quite a outdoorsy, hands-on person, and I love exploring. I've got a story to tell you. Okay, so I remember it was this is a few years ago now, but I had finished doing my grocery shopping and I was on my way home. And I was loading up my bags onto my bike, because I used to bike down to the grocery store and bike back. So I started loading my bags up, and I thought, oh, I've still got a lot of time to kill. So I decided to take a path that I don't usually take. And I was checking it out, looking around, and I found a manhole cover open.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like really interesting. What's down there? So I had my bike in the bush.
In the bush.
So that way it wasn't seen. And I decided to jump down into the manhole cover and see where it took me. And ended up underneath the New World that I was shopping at. So
you climbed into a drain pipe?
yeah. Yeah.
Like a sewer?
No, it wasn't sewage. It was stormwater.
Okay. So you weren't trudging around and shit, just to be clear.
No, it was just rainwater. So I climbed down.
This dirt kind of smells weird.
And it was this weird network and like spiderwebbed all different ways. And so I walked out one way and then I was like, oh, this is the main road. And I stuck my head up, literally like Pennywise moment, looking through the drain on the side of the road. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I'm there. So I climbed back down, went across. Oh, there's the other side of the road. This is so cool.
You can float too.
And I'd started like exploring, and I was down there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Did you lure people in there to consume?
No.
Mm.
No.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But I went out and I explored it to as much as I could, and I found this path that took me back home, and I could get out.
Wait.
And it saved me like half an hour. So I was like, okay, I'll just take the groceries. I'll leave the bike in the bush. And got the groceries and went home in the stormwater drain. Got home, popped up, literally 2 minutes away from my house. Oh, okay, cool, there. I was home. And so I haven't been down there since, but like, so I have been down there since, but like I haven't been down there recently. But I would just go down there and explore. So I was like, okay, so this time I need like gumboots. So I bought gumboots. Oh, my phone flashlight isn't enough, so I invested in these massive lights, battery-powered lights, so I could light up everything. It was really, really cool. And then a few of my mates from my old school, we were walking around the street, and we found this old couch.
Yeah.
On the side of the road. And it was the ones that was like free written on it. It's like, okay. It's like, this is big enough to fit down this access hole that I've found. And there's a wide open area. Why don't we just carry the couch down? So we did that.
Drain couch.
Stuck it in there. And it was like dry. So it wasn't on the water. Like the water went past. It was so weird. Oh. So like, you had like 2 massive big concrete pads and the slither of water going down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really tall ceiling as well. And it was like really bizarre because you go from like a pipe into this massive room.
Well, I guess they've got to leave room for like, I guess if there was a massive flood, they've got to leave room for it to drain somewhere. Yeah.
So we stuck the couch on one side and then we decided to like build a makeshift table. And we used to go down there all the time, meet up down there, have lunch, and then go home.
Just have lunch in the fucking drain pipe?
It was really, really cool. And like, it didn't stink, because there was a constant stream of fresh air coming down as well. And the water was like clear.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, because, okay, where it was, you had a creek that ran through the town. And it just so happened that all the drain water would go into the creek. But where we were, it was at the top of the network, if you can call it that. So it was just fresh stream water coming
through.
Yeah. Like, and we drunk out of it. No, seriously, we drunk out of it.
That's dubious.
And, like, we were fine.
That's...
And so, yeah, so that's, like, yeah. Every time I go grocery shopping, I always call it and see if that hatch is still open. It's still open.
So
It's been open for about 4 or 5 years.
So what kind of like hatch is it? Like, is it like just like the manhole covers?
So
Like
originally to get in, I found an open manhole cover that got closed. So then I went looking out for other things, and I found like the main actual like service entrance,
like the access tunnel.
Yeah, and it was just a chained fence. You open the door, and just walk right in, and then
Just mosey in.
yeah, it's behind some like apartment building. So you just sneak in, and you go.
Oh fuck! Well, we'll have to do a drain pipe mesh. Fucking drain pipe mesh.
Yeah, really bizarre,
Yeah.
but that was like my childhood.
Fuck, that's fucking
And
mean.
it was just like, that's just where I used to go, and I used to explore and just see where I could go.
Now, my question:
Yeah.
how long did it take for you to go back and get that bike? Did you go back through the drain pipe to get to your bicycle?
Okay, so I think like, I was like the next day, I was like, okay, I need to go get that bike. So I went down through the tunnel to get it, and then rode back home
Huh.
on the bike.
Fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
rad. That's
But
really cool.
It used to save me like half an hour. Like, no joke, half an hour saved.
What was stopping you from taking your bike down there? Was like the bike just not like, would it just not like, could you not maneuver it through?
Oh,
the-
no. So because some parts it was you had to bend over and the handlebars wouldn't fit.
Right.
So there are some narrow parts, but there's also some really wide open parts as well. Yeah. So I did get the bike back. I still have that bike.
Hell yeah.
One day, I'm gonna take a skateboard down there, but take the little skateboard wheels off and put like bigger ones so I can like properly roll over everything and just skate in the water. Oh, I think it might like float almost with some of the water.
But that'll be fucking rad.
Yeah.
That'll be. Well, surely, yeah, no, 100%. We'll have to go on a fucking drain pipe mesh.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool down there. I don't know if the couch is still there. That is something that we need to find out.
Yeah, but like, surely it is. Because like, I can't imagine like some maintenance worker cruising down there in his high vis with his,
Clipboard
tools and shit, and
the
the fucking hard hat, and
Yeah.
he's like, couch, don't mind if I do. He just takes it with him. Like, I can't imagine that happening. Surely the drain pipe.
Okay,
couch
but
is
like,
there.
if someone's down there, you got to think like they're gonna go, how the heck did this get in here? Because like the actual like creek opening to it all is like got these massive metal rods, so only water can fit through.
Right.
And like you know how you get those things that like filter all the leaves and
Right, yeah.
all of that sort of stuff. So it's got one of those on the front.
So
It's
you
like,
literally
how the
can't
heck
get through.
can you get a couch through there?
Well, clearly you found a fucking way.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I do seriously wonder if it's still down there.
Yeah, no, well, surely, yeah.
I'm gonna
Drain pipe mesh.
I'm gonna have
Drain
to go
pipe podcast. If the couch is still there.
If the couch is still there,
What do you reckon, Zach?
How many likes for a drain pipe episode?
69.
oh, if we can get 69 likes on this video,
No shot.
hey, you never know. You never ever know.
It's negative Nellies like you, Zach, that brings the buzz down. We gotta raise up. Bring good vibes.
So yeah, that was literally my childhood.
You just, so you like hung out in a drain pipe? Like, did
Yeah.
you do it often? You just like,
I would go down there like once a week
oh fuck.
and like,
Just hang?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, and like we would all bring like Bluetooth speakers.
Haha,
blast-
that would be
blast
absolutely
music.
menacing.
Oh,
just like
I can just imagine someone walking past.
the echo and
it's
just
a-
hearing tunes from the fucking.
Yeah. That would be like scary.
That would be rather sus, but I think, yeah, that would be a rather interesting thing to kind of look outside upon. Like,
Yeah.
see, like, imagine if somebody, like, saw you, like, doing your little mish down the drain pipes and you're poking your head up by, like, past the storm
people
drain.
would have thought we were dodgy,
Yeah.
It's like, we're just a whole bunch of kids just hanging out. Like, we literally brought a couch down so we could sit and hang out. And, like, blast music and then, like, oh, okay, let's go home now.
Just, that's, yeah, what a fucking killer spot. Like, when I was a kid, I just used to boost around to this park.
Yeah.
We all, like, me and my brothers, we all had, like, trees that were, like, ours, like, we claimed. Bro, my tree always got, like, fucking the worst treatment, bro. Like, there were people that would throw bottles at my tree and there would be glass. Yeah. Like, growing up, I'd boost around to this park around the corner from my house. Like, it was a 2-second walk.
Yeah.
And I'd boost around there in bare feet as kids do.
Yeah.
And I'd get, like, my brothers would fucking hoon up their trees like they were monkeys. And I'd have to, like, maneuver around the roots that were just covered in, like, glass. And it was a mish. Fell out of the tree a couple of times.
What?
Hurts.
Onto glass?
No. Like, thankfully it wasn't onto glass.
That's
but, yeah, no, it could have been bad if it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't, so it was, yeah, so it's not bad.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, good, relatively.
Well.
Yeah, good for falling out of a tree, covered in glass. Oh, baby. It's time for my word of the day. This is a segment where I look at funny, silly little words to add them into your and my vocabulary. Today's word. You want to know what today's word is, Mouse?
I seriously I'm like trying to figure out what it may be. But like, I seriously have no idea.
I mean, I just Googled weird words. Loquacious. Loquacious.
Loquacious.
It means talkative.
Really?
I think I'm pretty loquacious. Yes. That's it. I mean, hey.
Wow, okay.
You know, if you find some person that you think is annoying because they talk too much, you should say, hey, you're a bit too loquacious, pal. You say,
wow, okay.
Hey, bucko. hey there, pal. Loquacious McGee. Nah, that fucking hell. Loquacious.
Loquacious.
Loquacious Sealy.
There's like no correlation between like talkative and loquacious. Like I don't see the two fitting. Like because you have like talking, talkative.
I mean, like
you know, they all have talk in it. You know?
Yeah. The English language is fucking weird. Weird.
It's beyond me.
Yeah. Well, only language I speak, I can barely speak it.
Well, and then you have like all these rules, like, well, not necessarily. Well, no, you do have rules.
Well, I was always taught
Like,
in primary school,
rules.
like I before E, except after C,
C.
but
Yeah.
but like nobody ever uses that ever.
No.
Like,
And I think, like now with like spelling, no one knows how to spell because you're not like writing it out. You're just like, oh, I'll just send a quick text and type it on my phone. And you have like spell check. As long as you can get like the first like 3 letters right, it's got it. And same on the computer. You just like type stuff and then you get the little
the red
squiggly
line, and then you can right click and spell check.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then like grammar too. You get the 2 blue lines.
You
Grammar.
also get like people abbreviating things, you know. Lamau, lol, ruffle. I mean like that last one is a bit outdated. But like it's now like they're kind of like texting is kind of just like getting shorter and shorter, which I think is kind of funny.
Which, I mean, yeah, it is, but it also annoys the living daylights out of me. Because, you know, someone texts me like Lamau or like something abbreviated.
Yeah.
And I go, what is that?
Lots of love. Lamau? Loquacious Michael.
Maybe
After Oates.
the
Lamau.
no, but like that genuinely annoys me. I cannot stand it. And you have like abbreviated like letters and like text, or like like, oh, I've got something for you, and they use the number 4. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to read it, and I've got, why is there a number?
4.
Like, why is this number here
Yeah.
when you're talking to me?
It's like they added letters into maths. Now they're adding numbers into fucking English.
Yeah.
It's madness, I tell you, madness.
It puzzles me.
You know what really pisses me off when people text, man? There's something, okay, this is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
I fucking hate when people type ha 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 or ah ha ha ha. I fucking hate it. What?
Yeah.
What, cool. You find it, I just think it's silly, especially when, like, I'm just like, hey, how's it going? Or, like, you know, you're having a regular conversation, like, oh, I went to go get my groceries. It's like, ha ha ha, that's cool. What are you laughing for?
It's not needed.
It's not, no. It's really stupid, but I fucking hate it. I hate it with all my fucking power and passion, and I hate it. I hate it.
I definitely see that, and yeah.
It's just,
I mean, it may not annoy me as much as you, but, like, it's still annoying.
Also, nobody says ah ha ha ha. When you laugh, nobody's like, ah, like, sorry, that's my fucking rant over. But yeah. Sorry, loquacious. That's the word of the day. Feel free to use it in your daily vocabulary. Speaking of being loquacious,
yeah,
I'd say I'm rather loquacious again, and like, being loquacious, leads to, you know, me being more approachable, and people, you know, and people coming up to me and chatting, and people suck. Do you?
Some people, some people do.
Like, I've had a lot of weird interactions with people.
Yeah.
Like, there was this one time, because, I was at, like, a pub with my brother.
Okay.
And I was playing pool with him. And, you know,
Yeah.
I'm fucking absolutely destroying this guy, poning him.
Yes.
Proving to him that he's a chump. And this lady moseys on up, and she's like, oh, yeah, she's like this middle-aged, like, I'd say upper middle-class white woman. And she was like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I was like, oh, thank you. I tried to go back to playing pool, and she was like, how long have you been in New Zealand for? And she was like, you speak really good English. And I was born and raised in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So, like, I was kind of like, because I've gotten this kind of stuff before, I kind of decided to play along. And I was like, well, I was like, well, it is definitely an upgrade from the jungles. And it was like something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
And like this lady was like, she was in between, like it was like the pool table, and then myself, my brother, and this lady came up here in between me and my brother. So I put on this really garbage African accent, and I was like, yeah, I am here on a scholarship from Madagascar or whatever. And she was like, oh, really? You speak really good English? And I was like, yeah. I got stuck over here because of the pandemic and stuff like that. And like, my brother was like keeling over wheezing because he was like, fuck. He was like, just I don't know. I think just the set of balls, you have to walk through, mosey on up to someone so confidently and be like, you're not from here. I just think it like baffles me. It baffles me. Like, I mean, it's like a funny story and it's a funny anecdote, but like,
it's disrespectful.
It is, yeah. It's annoying just because somebody's not like, Maori or like European descendants. It's kind of just like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I'm sure she meant no harm by it, but it's like, man, that's really distasteful.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
quite
really
silly.
Rude. Really rude.
I mean, like, yeah, it's weird. People can be weird. Like,
well, they can be. Yeah, I mean, you get weird people, and then you get like the disrespectful people, and like interactions with others can be like extremely challenging.
Like, there are some weird ones I've had as well. Like, that's not the weirdest. Like, one time, so I'm in high school, right? 16-year-old me. I'm chilling in my hospitality class. And we were having one of our assessments, which was a baking assessment. We were making these little banana cakes.
Got ya.
And I'd finished. I'm posted. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
I'm on my phone chatting with friends because we've all done.
Yeah.
And basically, this girl who'd liked me before, she comes up to me and she was like, "Oh, hi, Michael." I said, "G'day." She's
Yeah.
like, "Because you have to get someone to like evaluate your cooking."
Okay.
She was like, "Actually, that's the apex of the story. I'm gonna take us back. I'm gonna do a little backstory here."
Okay.
So basically, this girl, she comes up to me way back in year 9, and she was like, "Oh, so I like you and stuff." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're a good friend, but like I'm not into you like that," which is fair. I feel like that's fair. I didn't try. I wasn't particularly mean about it, but like, I just established that I didn't reciprocate the feelings, and then a few years go by, and then she starts like hanging out and following me and my friends around, which was quite weird because that hadn't happened before. And
Okay. Yeah.
because high school is all very cliquey. You have your friend groups, they have their friend groups. There's
Yeah,
not a
it's
lot
all-
of exactly. It's all separated. So that was
There's no
quite
crossing
weird.
paths.
Boom.
Yeah.
That sent alarm bells off in my head. Christ. That sent alarm bells off in my head, and
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's weird. I let it slide though. Like, we're just playing cards in the library. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
We'll play in the library. And so we're playing cards and we keep doing this. And then it started happening more regularly until it was happening every day.
Okay.
And I was just like, well, this is weird. Because, like, she was also being quite strange around me as well. Like,
Okay.
again, like, yeah, quite strange behavior. She was trying to, like, sit, like, uncomfortably close to me and stuff. And it was like, I was kind of like, whoa, hey, personal
Hold on,
space and
yeah.
stuff, yeah. And so one day I was like, okay, hey, because I was really starting to like get uncomfortable, and I was
Yeah.
like, hey, do you think you could like stop, hanging out with us and stuff? Which in retrospect is kind of mean, but like again, I wasn't particularly comfortable,
Yeah,
and I just
I mean,
wanted to
no,
hang out
fair
and
enough.
hang out with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And she seemed upset, but then she like respected my wishes, which was lovely. It was great.
Good on her.
And but I made the mistake of doing it right before a class we had together.
Oh.
Yeah. And the teachers like assigned the seating. Like we got like assigned seating at the start of the year.
Okay.
And guess who I was sitting next to? Old mate.
Oh.
So yeah, I had like her sad in class next to me, which was, I felt bad, but then also like, I mean, again, I was
Yeah.
uncomfortable. What, like I'm not gonna.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And so so now fast forward back to the start.
Okay.
We're finishing up our assessment, and it
Got
was
you.
that class. It was the same day as
Okay.
I asked her to stop hanging out with me and my friends. And she was like, "Oh, hey, do you want to like evaluate my cake? Because you had to get somebody into the class to test it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool, no worries." I take the cake,
Yeah.
have a bite of it. Yeah, it was banana cake. It's pretty good.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, here we go. Bing, bang, boom. Done. Signed. Done and dusted.
Okay.
Gave her the slip of paper. Everything was fine and dandy.
Yeah.
So she takes it over to the bin because I was like, oh, I'm not really hungry. Because I'd had a fuck ton of cake that day. And so I was like, yeah, I'm a bit full.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay. So, and she takes it over to the bin. I was like, yeah, cool. So I go and chat. And then just out of nowhere, I kind of just like glance back over to like see like if she was putting it in the bin or like, and I looked, no fucking joke. My friend was sitting right next to
Yeah.
me. I looked, she takes the cake off of the plate,
Okay.
takes a bite out of where I bit and puts it in the bin. She bit my fucking, she was like, yeah, it was fucked.
Wow.
Man, I was tweaking. I was like bugging. I was like, my friend I was sitting next to, I was like, what the fuck? Did you see that? And she was like, yeah, I fucking saw that. And we were just like bugging. Like, it was, yeah,
That's
freaky. It was weird.
a little too far.
And I was just like, oh, nah. I was like, nah, Like,
There's a line
there are
and you
scenarios
crossed it,
where you're
yeah.
like, nope, nah, G, no thank you. That was me. I was like, nah. Yeah, so like, I made sure to I changed seats and stuff because like genuinely
Felt
that
uncomfortable.
was something else.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like, there's a line, and I don't know, maybe what was going through her head, but like, nah, nah, bro, I wasn't having a single lick of that.
Yeah,
Freaky, fucking freaky. It was, it wasn't happening for me personally.
no,
Yeah.
but like,
What would drive you to do something like that?
exactly.
I always think just like sharing goobies with someone is like fucking also like gross. Like, it, I won't like sip from somebody else's cup because your mouth's been on that.
Yeah,
I don't want my fucking mouth where your mouth's been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry, when you say this was back in what, high school?
Yeah.
Wasn't
So couple years ago, 2 years ago now. Yeah. Weird stuff.
Has she tried to get in contact with you since?
Like, no, I don't think so. I blocked her
Oh, okay.
on Messenger and stuff because I was like, nah.
I mean, fair enough.
Like, yeah, all throughout like lockdown 2020, she was also like, trying to call me and stuff, and it was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like
That's a bit crazy.
it was, yeah. I just kind of felt bad. I felt bad. Like, what did I do? I didn't intend to have, I still kind of feel bad, and it's like also a very X situation. It's so, like, I don't know how to feel about it still, but it's way, 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 way back in the past, and live in a different city now, and I'm being chillin'. I'm posted up, living my best life.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's one for you to remember.
Wow. Some people are really strange.
To quote Jim, the singer from The Doors, people are strange.
People are strange.
Yeah.
I think my most weirdest encounter with someone wasn't like a direct encounter, but it was more of I was passing by. Have you seen those videos online, like finding NPCs?
Yeah.
This guy was a literal NPC.
Just a bot?
Straight up. I'm walking down the waterfront, and this guy comes walking past me. Okay, whatever. Like, there's other people. It's a public space.
It's just
okay, whatever. So I walk past, he walks past, and then in the corner right, I see him turn. Bit weird, but
I mean, hey, maybe he's like,
Oh, well, because maybe you have to put something in the bin. The bin's right there. Like, okay, whatever. Thought nothing of it. I continue walking, and he's following me. And then I turn. He turns, and I go, "What the heck?" Like, okay, and turn back, and we keep walking, and he's literally following me and doing everything that I'm doing. I'm thinking, okay, this is like really weird and strange. Like, why is this guy following me? But he wasn't following me. He was mimicking me. So like, I reached out in my pocket, pulled out my phone. And he did this, pulled out his phone. And I go, what is going on? And then I was like, okay, so. And I keep on walking. I eventually pull into this cafe, and I go to order a coffee. And I said to him, "Hey, this guy's been following me around. It's a bit creepy, bit weird. Can you help me?" Yeah, that's right. We'll get you a coffee and make sure that you're safe. Just stay here. Absolutely love that coffee shop. The staff there is so friendly, so kind, and I absolutely love them for that. Anyway, literally, the guy orders the same damn coffee and does. Because he couldn't hear me whispering to the lady at the counter. So he comes leaning in and just whispers like nonsense to her because I whispered to her.
Yeah.
But of course he didn't know what it was. So he, worst whisperer ever. He just like waffled on about, I have no idea. It was just, a whole bunch of scrambled words that didn't even make like proper sentences.
Wait, so he orders the same coffee as
Same
you,
coffee.
and he just starts speaking gibberish?
Yeah, and then because I leant in to say, can you please help me out? He leant in, didn't know what I said, but just started waffling, like just complete rubbish, and then sat next to me.
Nah.
And then the lady saw that he sat next to me and said, sir, your coffee's ready. Do you mind coming over here and getting it? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Get up, and they eventually take me around back, and then made this guy his coffee and said, right, you need to get out because we've called the police. And so he was like, and just stood there, started crying. Like, this guy, okay, context, this guy was in his like 60s, like full grown dude.
What the fuck?
I don't know what was going on. You know, police came, took him away, came in, you're right, mate, is everything? Yeah, no, I'm fine. He didn't do anything to me. It's just like uncomfortable and I didn't feel safe. And I didn't want him following me around. I said, no, that's right, you did the right thing. It was just so weird. Like, having someone follow you and no, I wasn't following. He was mimicking me.
He was like doing exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
Clearly, like, it's cases like that where, like, clearly he's, like, not right in the head.
No.
Like, it's which, I mean, it's a shame. It's like a real shame.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy, you know, that, I mean, there's obviously something
that has happened.
A chemical imbalance
yeah.
or something that he's like that. But, like, also, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. that reminds me. One time in my hall, because I'm in a university hall, and one time in my hall there was I was hanging with some friends and stuff, and there was a bit of a commotion, and I left my friend's room, and two girls mosey on up to me, and they're like, "Did you hear that there's a meth head behind our building?" And I was like, "What?"
Okay.
And then she was like, "There's a man screaming by our washing line." And she whips out her phone, and it's this man.
Yeah.
It's just this man, because, like, obviously I'm not going to say where I live, but there is, like, a public area, and, a gated fence, and then our washing line.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And so this guy moseys on up to the chain link fence, and he just starts making, like, monkey noises.
What, at the fence?
Yeah, like he was just screaming. Like, he was just going to town. And I could hear it from, like, he was on, like, this is at the back, like, right at the back corner of our building.
Yes,
and I could hear it from the front. Like, my room,
Wow,
I'm towards the front of the building. I walk, like, because there are, like, RAs and, like, you know, not even RAs, just, like, adults and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, calling the cops and shit, making sure that we don't go anywhere near this guy, which is fair. I don't want him to bite me. Like, I'm not even joking. I heard him. He was like, whoa, whoa, like he was making monkey noises. It's just, I mean, hey man.
Wow.
Native meth heads in the wild.
Yeah.
We love that.
Do we though? Not really.
Of course not. No.
It's so weird.
And that, fun fact, wasn't the first time it happened.
Really? Mm-hmm. Was it like a regular?
Must be. I haven't seen him since, but apparently, I guess that's a thing that just happens. Well, I guess it comes with cities. There's got to be a few, like, you know, bad eggs.
Strange people around.
Oh, man.
That's bizarre.
Well, I mean, hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
To the very first episode of Yikes, we Chillin.
Indeed. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know we sure did.
This is fun. Hey, we should do this more often.
I know. We should make it a show.
Oh yeah, I think it would just be smash hit.
Yeah.
It will knock it out of the park. As cricket dads would say, a 6.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Let's see if we can hit 6 likes on this video.
God damn!
Ooh.
That's so true.
There we go. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we'll see you around.
Have an excellent morning, afternoon, and / or evening. I'm Michael, and this is Mouse, and this has been Yikes, We Chillin. Dave's backseat. Thank you.